Hello, everyone. Your Excellency, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for participating in the 5th Tokyo Immigration Forum today. I'm Tanaka Nobuko, Director for International Affairs of Immigration Services Agency of Japan. I'll be serving as a Master of Ceremonies. Before the opening ceremony, I will give you some information about the forum. English-Japanese simultaneous interpretation is available. When the presenter is speaking in Japanese, please select Channel 1 for English. Please make sure that your cell phone is on silent mode during the sessions. A tablet has been placed on your desk for each delegate to view information about the forum, such as the program, presentation slides, and so on. If you have any questions or need assistance, please feel free to ask your liaison officers behind you or our other colleagues. After the opening remarks by the minister, we will have the photo session. Mr. Hiroshi Hiraguchi, the Minister of Justice, will arrive soon, so please wait for a moment. Now, we will begin the 5th Tokyo Immigration Forum. First, I would like to ask Mr. Hiraguchi Hiroshi, the Minister of Justice, to deliver the opening remarks. Everyone, please put on your earphones and select Channel 1. 大臣、お願いいたします。
皆様、法務大臣の平口宏でございます。第5回東京イミグレーションフォーラムの開催にあたり、法務省を代表してご挨拶を申し上げます。各国からお越しいただいた入管当局の代表の皆様、そしてフロンテックス、IOM、UNHCR の皆様を東京にお迎えでき、大変嬉しく思います。入管当局には、適切な国境管理に加え、グローバル化した人の移動に伴う複雑化かつ高度化する課題に対応するため、必要な保護と厳格な管理を両立するための体制強化が求められています。本フォーラムは、こうした問題意識のもと、各国の入管当局および国際機関等が交流を深め、連携協力を強化し、ベストプラクティスや直面する課題の情報を共有することを目的としています。本フォーラムにおける議論を通じて、各国の連携が一層深まり、国際社会全体の取り組みの前進につながることを期待しています。どうぞ積極的に皆様のアイデアや知見を発信していただき、第5回東京 イミグレーションフォーラムが各国における課題解決に向けた一歩となることを願い、私の挨拶とします。どうもありがとうございました。
大臣、ありがとうございました。Thank you very much, Minister Hiraguchi. Now, we will have a photo session with Minister of Justice, Hiraguchi, and all the heads of delegations. We kindly request the Minister of Justice and heads of delegation to gather in front of the screen. Thank you very much, everyone. Thank you very much, Your Excellency. The Minister will now leave to attend a session of the Diet. 大臣は国会における用務のため退場されます。This photograph will be distributed to all delegates later. As our Commissioner, Mr. Maruyama, is unfortunately unable to attend today due to health reasons, the opening remarks will be delivered by Associate Commissioner, Mr. Kimizuka. 審議官お願いいたします。
皆様、出入国在留管理庁審議官の君塚博でございます。今アナウンスされたとおり、本日、丸山長官が体調不良のため、やむなくご欠席することとなりましたので、代わりに私が長官の挨拶を代読させていただきます。第5回東京イミグレーションフォーラムに参加いただいたすべての皆様を心から歓迎をいたします。ここ東京浅草において、各国の入管当局、フロンテックス、IOM および UNHCR の皆様にお集まりをいただき、直接お会いできることを大変嬉しく思います。国際情勢の緊張が高まる中、入管当局が抱える問題、課題に迅速かつ的確に対応していくためには、私たちが相互に緊密に連携していくことが不可欠であります。もとより、相互理解や価値観の共有は一朝一夕にできるものではなく、それぞれの国の制度、社会状況、文化、歴史等への理解を深め、お互いの立場を尊重し合いながら対話を続けていくことが重要であります。毎年開催している本フォーラムでは、そのような継続的な対話の場を提供し、次世代も見据えた連携構築に資するものであります。さらに、こうした対話を通じて、各国における諸課題の解決に向けた手がかりが見出されることをも期待されます。それでは、これから始まる本フォーラムの概要を私から簡単に紹介をいたします。まず、この後行われる基調講演では、エイミー・ポープIOM 事務局長からビデオメッセージをいただきます。次に、本日の全体会合では、最近導入した出入国在留管理施策をテーマに、デジタルトランスフォーメーション DX の取り組みに焦点を当てて、各参加者からのプレゼンテーションを行っていただき、諸課題の解決に向けたベストプラクティスなどの共有をしていただきます。さらに、明日の全体会合では、被収容者の健康管理および保健衛生の保持をテーマに、入管収容施設における医療上の課題等について議論していただきます。また、入管職員等の人材確保や研修制度を含めた人材育成のベストプラクティスをテーマとした分科会が 開催されるほか、会場では出入国管理機材の展示も行われます。加えて、欧州対外国境管理協力機構フロンテックスウクサレカンの副事務局長をお招きして、欧州における国境管理の未来、新技術とデジタル化をテーマにご講演をいただきます。これらの一連のプログラムを通じまして、より深い相互理解とより一層の連携構築が参加者の間で図られるものと期待をしております。最後になりますが、この3日間が皆様にとって有意義かつ実り多い時間となることを記念して、私の挨拶とさせていただきます。ありがとうございました。Thank you very much.
Thank you, Associate Commissioner. 審議官ありがとうございました。Next, a keynote speech will be given by Ms. Amy Pope, the Director General of the International Organization for Migration.
Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, it's such an honor to address the 5th Tokyo Immigration Forum. I want to start by thanking the Ministry of Justice and the Immigration Services Agency of Japan for convening this important dialogue, and thank you for inviting IOM to contribute to it. We're gathering at a time of profound shifts. Aging populations and labor shortages are challenging nations, while cross-border mobility rises as people seek opportunity and flee conflict. It's critical for migration to be safe, regular, and orderly, and that requires efficient, secure, rights-based migration systems. The effective use of technology can help us get there. Integrated data systems, biometric verification, and risk-based screening enables faster, more secure processing while reducing the burden on officers and migrants. But to make this innovation work, we need to also focus on the people who implement it with professional development. Through it, border officials can develop not just technological literacy and procedural expertise, but also intercultural understanding. IOM is working closely with immigration authorities worldwide to navigate these challenges, and we support our member states to adopt technical standards, implement secure travel documents, and advance digital solutions like e-passports and e-visa. In Palau and Tonga, electronic passports ensure secure travel documents are accessible to all, including marginalized communities. Technology, along with well-trained staff, makes it easier for countries to work together for more efficient, secure systems that also protect people. Initiatives like the Data Exchange Solution for Counter-Smuggling and the Reporting and Information Sharing Platform in the Pacific enable data interoperability and real-time coordination. Ladies and gentlemen, migration, when well managed, benefits individuals, communities, and societies, and we can achieve this through effective systems, shared values, and strong partnership. IOM remains committed to supporting Japan and all our partners as we work toward better solutions. Human mobility can and should be governed through regular, transparent, and humane pathways supported by innovation and cooperation. Arigatou gozaimasu.
Thank you very much, Director General. Next, we will move on to the plenary session. I will now give the floor to Mr. Kimizuka Hiroshi, Associate Commissioner of the Immigration Services Agency of Japan, who is a facilitator of today's plenary session. 審議官お願いします。
改めまして、入管庁審議官の君塚でございます。これから今日夕方まで全体会合の司会を務めさせていただきます。これから各国の代表団長には、最近導入した出入国管理施策について、デジタルトランスフォーメーション、DX への取り組みを中心にをテーマにしたプレゼンテーションを行っていただきます。 ご案内のとおり、冒頭は公開セッションとなりますので、記者による取材、記録が許可されておりますこと、改めて申し上げます。また、映像及び音声につきまして、私どもの YouTube チャンネルにてアーカイブ配信の予定でございます。それでは公開セッションを始めさせていただきますが、恒例によりまして、日本から発表をさせていただきます。発表は私自身の方で行います。その後、デジタル庁の方に残りの説明をさせていただく予定でございます。それでは私からは、我が国の出入国在留管理業務のうち、特に入国審査のデジタルトランスフォーメーション DX に関する取り組みをご紹介をいたします。スライドの方をご覧いただければと思います。はじめに我が国の外国人入国者数の状況ですが、昨年2024年に過去最高を記録していますが、本年も昨年を上回る数で推移をしておりまして、史上初の4000万人に達する可能性が十分にございます。我が国においては2030年に訪日外国人旅客を6000万人とする政府目標を掲げています。この目標の達成には、円滑な出入国審査と厳格な出入国管理を高度な次元で両立をするということが必要ですが、入管庁におきましては、入国審査における最先端技術の活用や審査の仕組み自体を抜本的に見直すための取り組みを進めているところであります。本発表では、昨年の東京イミグレーションフォーラムからの1年間で、我が国が入国審査に関して実施したDX、デジタルトランスフォーメーションに関する取り組みから、共同キオスク、インテグレーテッドキオスクについてご紹介を申し上げます。画面ご覧いただければと思いますが、共同キオスクは我が国において別々の手続きである入国審査の手続きと税関の検査に関する申告を旅客自らの手で、しかもワンストップで行うものであります。昨年の東京イミグレーションフォーラムで羽田空港を視察された際や、今回日本に到着する際、実際に共同キオスクの実物をご覧になられたかもしれません。もし使用された方がいらっしゃいましたら、また後ほどご感想をお聞かせいただければ嬉しいです。従来の手続きでは、入国審査と税関の検査、それぞれで旅券情報及び顔写真等を提供する必要がありましたですけれども、この共同キオスクを利用することにより、これらの情報を同時に提供することが可能となるため、お客さんにとっては利便性が向上するとともに、入国審査、税関検査の重複部門を解消した分の手続き時間短縮を目指しております。この共同キオスクは現在、成田空港の第3ターミナル、羽田空港、それから関西空港で運用をしており、今後、成田空港の第1および第2の旅客ターミナル、それから福岡空港への導入を予定しています。この共同キオスクは、入管庁が運用してきたバイオカートの後継機としての側面を併せ持っています。このバイオカートといいますのは、入国審査待機の行列に並んでいる間に、旅客から顔写真と指紋の提供を受けることで、お客様が入国審査ブースに到着したときには、入国審査官がこの顔写真、指紋情報の提供を受けることなく、直ちに審査を行うことを可能にするものでありますが、スタッフがこの操作補助を行うことを前提とした仕様になっております。それゆえに、スタッフが十分に配置されていなければ、効率的な運用が難しいという課題がありました。早朝、あるいは夜間を含めた形になります。 共同キオスクでは、旅客のセルフ操作を前提とした仕様とすることで、この課題を解決したほか、バイオカートにはない入管税関手続きで必要な申告情報を提供する機能を追加されています。さらには、このセルフ操作を運用できることを最大限活用し、共同キオスクを入国動線上に設置することによりまして、手続きを行うポイントを分散させ、審査上の混雑のピークを鳴らすことも可能となります。特に関西空港では、官民共同でターミナル全体が審査場とのコンセプトのもと、到着動線上に多数のこの共同キオスクの端末を設置し、配置し、なるべく多くの旅客に審査場に到着するまでに必要な申告を、この共同キオスクを通じて行って、すべて終えていただく機会を設けております。共同キオスクの利用者につきましては、日本国民、日本人はウォークスルーゲート、外国人は審査場内での専用ブースを利用することができますが、旅客自身が進むべき道を見失うことがないように、顔認証技術を用いた誘導のためのディスプレイを導入し、行き先を表示させることなどにより、迷うことなく進むことが可能となるなど、案内誘導の観点の DX にも取り組んでおります。共同キオスクを運用して、主に次のような課題があるものと私どもは考えています。まず、共同キオスクはセルフ操作を前提としているものの、すべての旅客がこのセルフで操作できるわけではないという点はやはり課題であると感じました。言い換えますと、生まれながらデジタルに慣れ親しんだこの比較的若い世代から高齢の世代までのすべての旅客にとって、このユーザーフレンドリーなものとするために何ができるかということであります。この共同キオスクの前に立って、最初にどの手順から始めておいいかすぐにわからないご様子の旅客の方もいらっしゃいます。こうした問題を減らすために、どのような案内画面とするのか、音声案内を活用するのか、案内画面や音声案内の分量が増えすぎて、かえってスループットの低下の要因とならないようにも配慮しながら、試行錯誤を重ねていく必要があります。事前に操作方法をご理解いただくためのコンテンツの充実や機械の充実といったソフト面の対応も考えられるかもしれません。次に、セルフ操作を一通り終えることができた旅客であっても、登録されたこの生体情報の品質が十分ではなく、審査ブースで再登録を行うという場合もあるということです。例えば、顔写真については、マスクやサングラスを外していただくなどのいくつかの条件を満たしていただく必要があります。一定程度は機械判定でエラーとして再度の撮影を促すことができるのですが、きちんとカメラに相対して、正面に向かっていただいて目を閉じていないかといった細かな観点はまだまだ審査官の目に頼っている現状であります。生体情報は出入国管理業務上重要な情報ですので、すべての旅客から審査に利用できるだけの品質の生体情報をどう取得するか、今後も試行錯誤は続きそうであります。次に、案内誘導にかかる人の手をどれだけ削減できるかという課題であります。共同キオスクの利用者については、ウォークスルーゲートや専用ブースを整備していますけれども、大勢の旅客が一度に到着した際には、どうしても大きな人の流れに身体を委ねてしまいがちであります。案内誘導においても、先に述べたような工夫を凝らしていますが、 大勢の旅客を効果的に案内するには、まだまだこの入力に頼っているところがありまして、人力ですね、人の力、マンパワーに頼っているところがあり、さらなる DX を進めることが課題となっています。以上、我が国の入国審査に関する DX の取り組みとして、共同キオスクをご紹介いたしました。DX をもう一朝一夕には達成できないというのは正直な感想でありますが、実行と改善を重ねながら、2028年、3年後、2028年度中の2028年度中の導入を目指している電子渡航認証制度、ジェスタの導入の際には、一層の DX が達成されるよう努力を重ねたいと考えております。最後になりますけれども、本フォーラムがお集まりの皆様にとって各国の出入国在留管理のベストプラクティスに触れる良い機会となりますよう記念し、私からの発表を終わります。続きまして、デジタル庁から説明をいただきます。
Okay, so thank you very much for having an opportunity for us to explain about the Visit Japan Web. So anyway, this is my first question to you all. Have you heard of Visit Japan Web? Oh, very nice. So second question, have you experienced using the Visit Japan Web? Oh, very nice. That's great. So if not, I strongly recommend that you use it next time. So anyway, so as Mr. Kimizuka explained, integrated kiosk. So in using the kiosk, you need a 2D code generated by Visit Japan Web. In that sense, the integrated kiosk and Visit Japan Web is a very, very important tool to promote or accelerate the CIQ procedures, DX of CIQ procedures at the arriving airport in Japan. So actually, the digital agency started its operation, Visit Japan Web operation, since December 2021. So that means in the beginning, the tool is just for the quarantine. That is a measure for COVID-19. But at this moment, we overcame the COVID-19. So the tool is getting to realize as a digital tool for CIQ procedure at this moment. So I'd like to go to the next slide. Yes. So this slide shows the number of Visit Japan Web users. The first point is it's not mandatory. It's just an option. So that means that if you want to enter into Japan, you have two choices. One is using Visit Japan Web. The other is using paper. So it is showing that maybe 3 million per month. 3 million is a very large. The next slide, so I would like to explain that almost 60% of foreign visitors to enter into Japan uses the Visit Japan Web, even though it's not mandatory. That's very, very fantastic. So actually, last month, in this October, it finally achieved highest numbers, over 3 million. And this is a ratio of Visit Japan Web users. So the ratio of Japanese and the ratio of non-Japanese. So as I mentioned, that almost over 60% of non-Japanese visitors uses Visit Japan Web now. And on the other hand, Japanese, very low. Maybe around 30%. So that's, I personally think it's a problem. So we have to promote Japanese travelers to use Visit Japan Web. But at the same time, so I think that the number of visitors, maybe that double, the number of visitors, number of non-Japanese visitors doubled as a Japanese traveler. So in that sense that this ratio was not so bad. And this is a ratio per countries, per nationalities or citizenship. For convenience, so I just showing the top 10 countries with a high number of visitors to Japan. I think that some of you can find your country's name on the slide. Maybe the ratio of 9 countries and area exceeds 60%. Very good. And 5 of 9 hit over 70, very high. And however, only one country, Vietnam. Actually, so I had experience worked in Vietnam, Japanese embassy in Hanoi, from 2013 to 2016. So I well understand the Vietnamese people. So I really hope that, I really expect that the Vietnamese people to use the Visit Japan Web more. And actually the digital agency are very focusing to increase the Vietnamese people's use. But of course, as I mentioned, not only the Vietnamese, but also Japanese people should recommend to use the Visit Japan Web. Oh, sorry. No? Sorry, this is a technical problem. Yes? So actually, so this is the last slide for us. So I would like to wrap up. So as I explained, I think that it can be concluded that things are going well so far. However, so we never satisfied with these current situations, and also recognize some challenges to make accelerate the more use of Visit Japan Web. So we really appreciate it if you continuously support to use the Visit Japan Web. So thank you very much. So this is a very brief explanation about the current situation of Visit Japan Web. So thanks to all your people, all the people from your countries. So Visit Japan Web is so far a very good situation. Thank you very much.
以上で日本側の発表とさせていただきます。では次、各国ごとにお願いをいたします。最初にブルネイ・ダルサラーム局であります。ブルネイからは、ブルネイ入管が導入している国境管理システムについて、主に e アライバルカード、e ゲート、ブルネイ・マレーシア・フレクエント・トラベラーズ・プログラムなどを説明していただく予定でございます。それではブルネイの代表の方、お願いいたします。
Thank you, Your Excellency. Presentation, please. Okay, thank you. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Peace be upon you all. His Excellency, Mr. Kimizuka Hiroshi, Associate Commissioner of the Immigration Services Agency of Japan, representatives from the various countries and international organizations, ladies and gentlemen. Allow me to extend my sincere appreciations to the Immigration Services Agency of Japan for organizing the hosting the 5th Tokyo Immigration Forum. I am also very grateful for the opportunity to engage and collaborate with esteemed colleagues from various immigration authorities throughout this meaningful event. The theme of this year's forum, which focuses on sharing new measures for digital transformation initiatives, is both commendable and timely given the increasing global mobility. There is a growing demand for enhanced facilitations at entry and exit checkpoints to effectively manage and balance the movement of people. Brunei Darussalam is dedicated to ensuring that migration is effectively managed in a manner that balances security and development. Brunei Darussalam is pleased to share several initiatives focusing on the digital transformation that have been carried out as its efforts in optimizing migration management system, thus ensuring orderly, safe, and facilitated movement as follows. Sorry. Technique. Okay. Thank you. Brunei Darussalam has made gradual progress in developing its border management capabilities. By 2022, the border checkpoints had fully implemented the new border management system, BMS, as part of the INRS project. This new system is equipped with biometric specifications. During the travel documentation process at immigration checkpoints, the system captures fingerprint screening and facial imaging in addition to processed travel documents. The Department of Immigration and National Registration currently has a project, namely Immigration and National Registration System, INRS, which intends to replace the separated systems within the department with a focused and centralized system. The aim for the project is to solidify and enhance efficiency of the department's services. Under this project, there are 8 focus models under the INRS system, which include border management system, visa and passes system, enforcement system, entry permit system, foreign marriage system, identity card system, citizenship system, and birth, death, and adoption system. In February 2023, Brunei Darussalam introduced the e-arrival card, electronic registration portal for foreign nationals arriving in the country. This digital system replaced the previously used Form 19, a physical paper form for manual registration of arrival. Additional e-gates are currently being installed at the Brunei International Airport and are expected to be fully operational by the end of this year. The e-gates are equipped with a passport scanner and fingerprint verification tool. The installation of e-gates is anticipated to expedite immigration clearance. To efficiently manage and support the growth in cross-border travel, Brunei Darussalam and Malaysia have successfully collaborated to introduce the Brunei Malaysia Frequent Travellers Facility Program, BMFTP. This program simplifies citizen movement by minimizing required immigration stamping. An online application platform has been implemented by the department, ensuring convenience and easy access to the BMFTP's services. The department is strategically advancing its future initiatives, the online passport and visa application process, which is scheduled to a more efficient and digitally enabled system. Under these comprehensive initiatives, applicants will be empowered to submit visa application, new passport applications, and renewal requests electronically through the official government platform. The enhanced digital service is being designed to provide a secure, accessible, and user-friendly environment, enabling applicants to complete the necessary steps at their convenience. Key functionalities will include online payment capabilities for all associated fees, the ability to schedule appointments electronically for services requiring each person attendance, real-time application tracking to ensure transparency throughout the processing. This modernization effort aims to significantly streamline procedures, reduce overall processing times, and strengthen the effectiveness and responsiveness of service delivery. In closing, the department's digital transformation reflects our commitment to adapt and adjust to the ever-evolving digital landscape. This commitment is central to deliver a modernized border management system that is efficient, resilient, and fully prepared by emerging challenges. Before concluding my remarks, allow me to extend my sincerest appreciations to the Immigration Services Agencies of Japan for their excellent organizations and warm hospitality. I look forward to gaining valuable insight for the perspectives and initiatives shared by fellow colleagues throughout this plenary session. Thank you very much.
Terima kasih atas kemurahan hati Anda di persidangan musim panas ini, Bantal Sri kawan. 続きまして、カンボジアの代表からプレゼンをお願いをいたします。カンボジアの入管が実施しているデジタル化について、現在実施している入国管理の強化、将来の方向性など、さまざまな観点から説明をしていただきます。では、カンボジアの代表の方、お願いいたします。
Thank you, Excellencies. Your Excellencies, distinguished head delegates, esteemed colleagues, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. It is a profound honor to address the distinguished gathering on behalf of the General Department of Immigration of Kingdom of Cambodia. Allow me to begin by expressing Cambodia's sincere appreciation to the Immigration Service Agency of Japan for hosting the 5th Tokyo Immigration Forum and for bringing us together to strengthen cooperation and exchange valuable experience in immigration management. Today, I am pleased to share Cambodia's recent progress with a special focus on our digital transformation initiative aligned with the slide presented. And next, give the floor to my colleagues so that she will do the presentation on behalf of our General Department. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, His Excellency, ladies and gentlemen. My remark will follow 5 sections. The first one, introduction. Second one, digital transformation. strengthen immigration control, recent enforcement action, and future direction. Excellency, the Royal Government of Cambodia places strong emphasis on national security, public order, and effective migration for governance. Under the leadership of the Ministry of Interior, the General Department of Immigration, led by His Excellency General Sokwisna, carry the mandate to regulate the movement and stay of foreigners, preventing irregular migration and combat transnational crime and related threats. Since it is upgraded in 2014, the General Department of Immigration has steadily strengthened in its institutional capability. Today, General Department of Immigration comprises 8 specialized departments covering visa management, non-immigrant and immigrant services, checkpoint and border control, investigation and law enforcement, and immigration information technology. The structure positions Cambodia to adopt a coordinated and modern approach to current and emerging migration challenge. Ladies and gentlemen, digital transformation stands at the center of Cambodia immigration reform strategy. It is both a necessity and an opportunity. It allows us to modernize system, enhance security, and improve service delivery. Today, I will highlight 4 major initiatives. There are 4, such as Cambodia e-arrival system. The Cambodia e-arrival system is a key milestone in our reform journey. It replaced multiple paper-based arrival form, immigration card, custom declaration, and health declaration form with a single integrated digital platform. Its benefit includes streamlined arrival procedure, reduction of manual error, advanced availability of travel information, closer cooperation between immigration, health, and custom, and access to the digital visitor pass or VPass. The nationwide pilot began on the 1st January 2024, reflecting Cambodia's commitment to a simple, secure, and seamless travel experience. We continue to refine the system based on user feedback and frontline operational needs. The second one is Cambodia VPass. To complement e-arrival, Cambodia introduced the VPass, a digital entry record showing that traveler immigration status and permitted length of stay. It is being developed to replace physical passport stamp or QR sticker, enhancing document security and improving monitoring of visitor movement. The pilot pass began on the 1st of July 2025 at our international airport, and a transition period continues until the end of the year. The third one is travel management system. Traveler management system strengthen Cambodia's ability to monitor entry, exit, and compliance with permitted stay. It allows authority to track overstay, detect irregularity, consolidate travel data in real time, and support more effective integrated communication. Like the VPass, TMA for pilot on the 1st July 2025 and being refined through operational feedback. The last one is SmartGate. Excellency, the most advanced recent initiative is the deployment of SmartGate automated border control at Cambodia U.S. International Airport. The SmartGate integrates passport scanning, facial recognition, fingerprint, and real-time security check. It was piloted on the 9th September 2025 at Daejeon International Airport. Early results show significant reduction of the queuing time, higher accuracy in identity verification, better allocation of the officer to high-risk cases, and positive feedback from traveler. This remark is a major step of aligning Cambodia border processes with global standards. So all the country from ASEAN country and some of Asia and America and Europe that can proceed to our smart gate. This thing, digitalization alone is not enough. Cambodia is strengthening its operational framework to ensure that technology reform translate into effective border control. Our effort include continuous training for frontline officers, enhance integrity, coordination, improve infrastructure at all the checkpoints, and stronger risk management procedure. The effort have ensured that digital technology support continuous improvement in security and service delivery. Alongside digital reform, Cambodia has conducted targeted enforcement operation to combat irregular migration network, document fraud, and foreign individuals attempting to evade international law enforcement. New digital system, particularly arrival data and TMS, has greatly improved our ability to detect consistency and identity risk. Cambodia continue to work closely with regional and international partners to uphold the rule of law and maintain a secure border. Looking ahead, Cambodia modernization strategy is guided by several long-term priorities. We will expand both technical and operational training to ensure officers can fully utilize modern technology. Second, we will deepen cooperation with national agency, ASEAN partner, and international agency. Joint training, information sharing, and coordinated enforcement will remain central. Third, Cambodia aims to extend Smart Gate and other digital tools to additional airport and border points. Fourth, we are committed to transparent, efficient, and ethical immigration service that meet international standards. Fifth, Cambodia will continue strengthening legal, technical, and operational measures to ensure secure digital operation. This priority reflects Cambodia's commitment to a modern, secure, and international aligned immigration system. Your Excellency, distinguished delegates, ladies and gentlemen, Cambodia recent reform in digital transformation, strengthen immigration control, and target enforcement action demonstrate our firm commitment to enhancing both national security and the traveler experience. We recognize that digital transformation is a journey that requires investment and cooperation. We are recognize the importance of learning from our partner. Forum like this one provide a valuable platform to share best practice and build collective resilience. On behalf of GDI of Cambodia, I would like to extend my sincere appreciation to the organizer, to our fellow participants, and to our partners who support our development. Thank you very much for your kind attention. Thank you.
総務オークンチュラウン。それでは続きまして、インドネシア共和国からの代表からのプレゼンをお願いします。インドネシア入管が導入しているオートゲートシステム、e ビザアプリケーション、e ビザアプリケーション、それからオールインドネシアについて使用要件や手続きの流れ、メリットについて説明をいただきます。それではインドネシアの代表の方、お願いをいたします。
Thank you. Honorable Chair, Mr. Kimizuka Hiroshi, Associate Commissioner, Immigration Service Agency of Japan. Distinguished moderator, presenter, and participant. Good afternoon. On behalf of the Directorate General of Immigration on Indonesia, I would like to extend warm greeting to all participants attending the 5th Tokyo Immigration Forum. I would also like to express our sincere appreciation to the Immigration Service Agency of Japan for its generous hospitality in welcoming delegates from various countries. Furthermore, please allow me to introduce myself. My name is Julius Mann, and I am currently serving as the Interim Director General of Immigration. Today, I would like to deliver a presentation on recently introduced immigration measures with a particular focus on digital transformation initiative. Slide 2. Indonesia has made significant improvement in the AutoGate system, the e-visa application process, and the All Indonesia. First, Indonesia AutoGate system. Play the video.
Ladies and gentlemen, for foreigners, please go through the AutoGate if using an electronic passport.
Are you ready to visit Indonesia? Prepare your passport, don't forget. Open the cover. That's getting open. That's getting open. That's getting open. Ready, second, launch, system is checking. Done. The door opens, the journey begins. Wow.
Once again, we summarize how to use AutoGate easily. Stand behind the yellow line. Remove your passport cover. Enter the green AutoGate. Stand on the yellow footrest. Attach the passport biodata page to the scanner machine. Point you face at the screen for the fingerprint and face scanning. Wait the verification process to complete and continue your journey.
Next slide. Indonesia border control is entering a new era with the full deployment of our immigration AutoGate system. The system enables immigration officers to more efficiently monitor and regulate the movement of the travelers entering and departing the territory of Indonesia. Next. Launched in early 2024 and now fully operational, the AutoGate system has been implemented at major international airports, including Jakarta, Bali, Surabaya, Batam, and Medan, some of which now operate with more AutoGate than manual counter. Public response has been highly positive. In several recent months, more than 60% of passengers choose the use AutoGate, demonstrating growing public confidence in automated border clearance. Travelers from countries such as Australia, China, and Malaysia are among the top users, reflecting Indonesia's strong regional connectivity and active international engagement. This transition is not only about faster processing, it represents a broader commitment to building a smarter, more secure and globally aligned border management system for the future. Next. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, allow me to briefly outline the eligibility requirement for Indonesia immigration AutoGate system. The facility is available to travelers aged 6 years and above, ensuring both safety and operational readiness for automated processing. Indonesian citizens may utilize the AutoGate using either an electronic passport or a non-electronic passport. For foreign nationals, an electronic passport is required to access the AutoGate, in line with international standards for biometric verification. Conversely, foreign nationals holding non-electronic passport are not eligible and will be directed to manual immigration service. Furthermore, any passport, whether Indonesian or foreign, with less than 6 months of remaining validity cannot be processed through the AutoGate. The requirement collectively serves to maintain the integrity, security, and efficiency of our border management system. The AutoGate system is monitored in real time by immigration officer while background check run automatically in the back end if a passport issue facial scan mismatch or a yellow or red flag appears, the passenger is directly to manual counter. This step ensures the AutoGate remains fast, accurate, and secure. The monitoring station allows immigration officer to oversee passenger activity across multiple AutoGate at once, perform authentication and verification when need, reset or control the AutoGate machine to ensure smooth and continuous operation. With the support system in place, we can now look at how the AutoGate perform in real situation. Next, Indonesia e-visa application system. Indonesia e-visa system allow foreign national to apply entirely online through the official website evisa.imigrasi.go.id. One key advancement is that e-visa now support international payment, making it the first Indonesian government application integrated with non-tax payment from abroad. The application process itself is simple and consists of 3 stages: apply, make payment, and download the visa once approved. This improvement make the application quicker, easier, and fully digital for users worldwide. Next. The e-visa system offers key benefits such as guarantee service availability, convenient credit card payment, a fully paperless process, integration of multiple immigration service, and simplify application, especially for e-FOA and visa exemption, which are automatically approved after payment. The e-visa platform provides a full range of online immigration service, including e-FOA, visit permit, limited and permanent stay permit, re-entry permit, citizenship document-like scheme, and regular e-visa application, all in one integrated system. The e-visa system delivers a seamless online process supported by secure global payment. It connects directly to AutoGate service, support Asian tourism visa exemption, and provide all documents electronically. With unlimited service availability and biometric authentication, e-visa ensure faster, safer, and more efficient immigration service. Next. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, after strengthening pre-arrival service through e-visa, Indonesia also modernized the arrival process itself through the All Indonesia platform. All Indonesia serves as the single official arrival declaration system for entering Indonesia. The platform streamlined the entire arrival process by integrating immigration, custom, health, and quarantine reporting into the one application. This unified approach makes entry procedure faster, simpler, and more efficient for all travelers. The platform is available on both web and mobile, ensuring convenient access for all users. It includes MRZ passport scanning feature that automatically capture essential passport information. The application offers arrival card service for both Indonesian citizen and foreign visitor, and it supports application for the short visit visa as well as visa on arrival. Next. Visa on arrival user can complete arrival card individually or as a group, and the system also provides easy retrieval of the QR code generated from their complete arrival card. Together, this feature delivers a streamlined and efficient entry process for all travelers. In conclusion, the measure present today underscore Indonesia's firm commitment to advising secure, efficient, and modern immigration management. We remain fully prepared to strengthen cooperation and exchange best practice with all participating countries as we collectively strive toward a more seamless and resilient system of international mobility. Thank you for your kind attention.
Terima kasih banyak. では続きまして、ドイツ連邦共和国の代表団からのプレゼンテーションをお願いします。ドイツからは欧州連合が実施しているスマートボーダーパッケージに関して、特にこのエントリー・エグジットシステム、あるいはヨーロピアン・トラベル・オーソリゼーションシステム、ETIAS につきましてご説明をお願いします。じゃあ、ドイツの代表からよろしくお願いいたします。
Thank you so much. Good afternoon, dear excellencies, ladies and gentlemen. I have the honor to congratulate Indonesia for this nice video. It was wonderful. So let me go through the agenda, what I'm planning to say, but it's not working. Okay, so the implementation of European Travel Information and Authorization System, the ETIAS, is just one part of several measures we have taken for the European Union. So we will start with back in the year 2016 when the idea was born to get a new smart border package, and it was the same reason like we all share in this room. We see an increasing number of travelers and an increasing migration. So this was the reason behind that. And even we had a heightened risk of terrorism and crime. But at least we are finishing some challenges, complex landscape of information systems and fragmented data management, because we are 29 partners. So Germany is not alone. We are together with many countries to have some deficits and information gaps, so we have to close this at first before we can implement our system. And the Smart Border Project Group is responsible for the national implementation. So you can see it comes along with various things. First of all, we have a new entry-exit system. Afterwards, we will implement the ETIAS, which is kind of an e-visa arrival permission. And then we have an integration of existing or future information system, which is also part of the agenda. Of course, our visa information system and parts of AI. So this is all in the Smart Border agenda. And let me start with a quick overview about the entry-exit system. So the new things for our entry-exit systems are that the digital recording of the border crossings by third country nationals during the short stay, which we haven't implemented yet. With the new entry-exit system, which was the start was on the 12th of October, we are now able to can record the entry and exits of our third nationals. At the same time, there will be no mandatory stamping in the passports. I think this is a huge new step for us. And we will collect the biometric data like fingerprints and the facial image by arrival. Here's a quick overview about the entry-exit system, and I'm happy that we have colleagues from Frontex as well. So we will go a little bit deeper in the entry-exit system and the ETIAS by tomorrow, I guess. So this is just a brief overview of what we are doing as European partners. So you can see how does the system work. So EES will collect the identity by the passport, the fingerprints, and the face. And we also, EES will collect time and date of the entry and the exit. and they will automatically calculate the remaining days of stay. Of course, the system will run a quick check through our systems if there is any entry ban in any of our countries. And at least EES will replace all the stamps in the passports. So who is affected? All third country nationals, visa required and visa exempt travelers in the Schengen area. And as you can see, who has access to the data, so you can see all member states and Europol. And after implementing the EES by 12th of October, we are planning to establish ETIAS by fourth quarter of 26. This is a huge system. So you can see it's for all third nationals which are not need a visa in advance. So they have to register and apply for a ETIAS certificate in advance. So the target group you have already seen there. It's under supervision from the European Union, and the price for this will be 20 euros, valid for 3 years. We already established our new law, which is based on the ETIAS law 2018. And as you can see, it comes with some new things. The personal data and traffic document has to be applied in advance. The residence and contact details, even the IP address is necessary now. And you have to tell us the member state of a first intended stay. So this is a quick run through the system, so you can apply for ETIAS at home. At least it will take at maximum 10 minutes. And after you have fulfilled all the requirements and have paid the fee for 20 euros, you will set the application to the system, and the system will reply to you with a granted or not granted, and then you can use the smart border. So here you can see which ETIAS application information is needed. Of course, for personal information, as you can see on the table, which is a little bit new, is the email address is added and the telephone number as well, which we hadn't used before. So even if you go a little bit deeper, so the health self-assessment, all questions regarding most pre-existing medical conditions will be asked. And there are also criminal self-assessment, which means you have to ask some questions about pending charges and stuff like this. For the payment information, we also ask for the card type, number, and expiry date, security number as well. So you can see this is a full package that ETIAS requires from you. And just to give you a quick overview, because we have a little bit more tomorrow, how the system runs. So the application goes to the EU channel, and if there is no doubt at all, the application will be granted directly. If there is any hit in the national system, the application will come to the national unit. And the national unit has to make sure that there is no threat against this country, so this means no security issue, no problem for illegal migration or high epidemic risk. So if all things are clear, the permit will be granted and you're ready to come to our countries. So this was a quick overview about our new systems. If there are no questions, so thank you for your kind listening.
Vielen Dank。それでは次は、ラオス人民民主共和国の代表の方から説明をお願いをします。ラオスからは、ラオスにおける出入国に関係する検問所の配置状況、 それからラオス入管が導入したラオデジタルイミグレーションフォーム、あるいはオンラインビザ、などについて詳細な説明をいただけます。それではラオス代表の方、お願いします。
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Good afternoon, Excellency Mr. Chairman, ASEAN colleagues, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. I am Police Colonel Petawong Keokanya, Director General of Lao Immigration. It is my great honor to participate in this important forum here in beautiful Tokyo, which is one of activity under framework of the DGSM Part 3 concentration and international partnership. This is the remarkable of the 5 Tokyo Immigration Forum in 2025, and I hope that our commitment will be an accomplishment and achieving the common goal in the year to come. Next, I will hand over the floor to my colleagues who will deliver to presentation for this forum. Please, thank you very much. Arigato.
Thank you for Director General of Immigration of Lao PDF for giving me the floor to present about the immigration's measure focused on the digital transformations. First, I would like to introduce myself. My name is Mr. Wong Pet Sulinya Wong, Deputy Chief of Information and Technology Divisions. On behalf of the immigrations, today I would like to present about the electronic platform of our immigrations. Okay, the scope of the presentation first will be brief about the Lao PDR, and second, introduce about the new platform of online register for foreigners. The third, visa online or e-visas. The next, brief introduction about the APPS PNR systems. The last is the issue or the challenge that be concerns. Okay, in the past, Laos is a landlocked country. Recently, is a landlinked country located in ASEAN. So, across the countries, we have 103 checkpoints, separated in 3 levels of checkpoints: international and local and customary checkpoints. This slide is an introduction about the new platform online register LDIF of Lao PDR. This system is a pilot project. It was official launch in September this year. So now it's around 3 months. So this system is using at the 4 international checkpoints. All the foreigners are required to register before travel into Lao PDR within 3 days. What does LDIF address Lao immigration issues? First is quick and convenience and save the time of travelers. The next is receive. We have the information of passenger in advance, and we can pre-screening data in advance, and we be able to remove paper or and transform the process to the digital corrections. And the last is save the cost to printing about the form of immigrations, and easy to manage the data. After this year, based on the plans, we will implement at all international ports. And the future, we plan to upgrade LDIF to support pre-immigration declarations. Here is the statistic of using 3 months of our system. How to access the LDIF? First, go to www.immigration.gov.la. We have the pop-up and select arrival or departure register. This is the form to fill links. After the filling the form, the system will be generate QR code, and we can save as PDF file or capture the QR code to present to our officer at the front line. Okay, this topic is online visa. For the online visas, we start using since 2019. This system is very useful for immigrations because it can reduce the passenger crowded at the border checkpoint as well as the visa on arrival. The process of this system is not longer than 3 official days. And now we issue only 2 types of visa: tourist visa and non-immigration visas. Step how to apply. After go to our website and then filling the form for the e-visa and then payment. After that, get the approval later. The approval after get the approval later, get the present to the our officer at the front line. Okay, the last topic is advanced passenger system, advanced passenger processing system process. So this system is we start using since 2020. It's very important and useful for the airport due to the system is integrated with the airline and also interactive with the stop list, blacklist or watch list. This system is automatic respond to the airline system in 3 to 5 seconds. So it's very useful for us. About the PNR data. PNR is booking information. In our system, we can manage the profiling of passenger and be able to customize what information that we require and forward to watch list to monitoring. As you know, that this system is using at the airport only. We set up the IOC unit, Immigration Operations Center, for the operate this system at 4 international checkpoints. The last is the challenge. The issue or the challenge to discuss for the API PNR systems. So we found that how to solve the problem to incorrect data submit from the airline or as well as the e-ticket. The last one is because of different technology or the no integrate immigrations across the country. So how can we verify the passenger exits the country with the e-gate, which without the stamps, which without the physical stamps? Okay, that's finished for my presentations. Yeah, thank you.
ここにコップチャイ代々ありがとうございました。本来次はネパールの順番なんですが、ちょっと資料の差し替えがあるということで、ちょっと順番を変えまして、ニュージーランドの代表の方に次のプレゼンをお願いをします。ニュージーランド入管が所管をしている業務の あるいは将来導入する予定のサービスの計画について説明をいただきます。それではニュージーランドとよろしくお願いいたします。
Kia ora koutou, and hello to everyone, and many thanks to the Immigration Services Agency of Japan for bringing us all together here in Tokyo. So the primary role of the New Zealand immigration system is to facilitate the travel of visitors, students, workers, families and refugees to New Zealand, and to protect New Zealand from immigration risk. INZ is the operational processing arm of New Zealand's immigration system and has 4 key roles. We grant visas for people to work, visit, study or settle in New Zealand. We ensure that people crossing our border are entitled to do so, and we help migrants and refugees to make New Zealand their home, and we play our part in the global immigration system together with our border partners to keep New Zealand safe. We aim to strike the balance between facilitating the entry of people New Zealand needs to work, visit, live or study, and to protect New Zealand from immigration risk. Immigration New Zealand is undertaking a significant transformation to modernise our immigration system through the Our Future Services program. Over the next 7 years, we aim to deliver a more trusted and effective immigration system through a more sustainable digital services model. We will do this by improving 4 key areas: efficiency, risk identification and management, system agility, and customer experience. We will embrace smart technologies to unlock the value in the immigration system by streamlining our processes and tools, using data to manage risk early, and using automation. These changes will ultimately provide a better experience for our customers and staff. So the first outcome is to improve the efficiency of our services, and we're investing in a unified technology system which is fit for purpose and enables our future operating model. It brings together our submission and processing applications into a single platform and will benefit from reductions in manual effort for visa processing and support, licensing and maintenance costs. To improve identification and the management of risk, we are investing in decommissioning our legacy systems, of which we have a few, and this will benefit improved agility for implementing policy and critical change, decreased levels of technology system risk. Our improved system agility will enable us to implement new risk capabilities and strengthen our processes and frameworks to better understand, mitigate and manage immigration risk, and to benefit improvements in the level of immigration harm prevented earlier, the ratio of harm prevented before visa applicants arrive in New Zealand to the harm recurring after visa applicants have arrived, and the ability to identify and respond to new and emerging risks. And to ensure an improved experience for customers and staff, we're investing in developing and delivering an immigration system that is easy to understand, interact and comply with, and creates a single platform for all visa products. And this will benefit from increases in customer satisfaction and staff experience. The New Zealand Electronic Travel Authority, or the NZETA, is a digital pre-clearance system for visa waiver travellers and some transit passengers. It confirms eligibility before arrival and aligns New Zealand with international best practice for digital border management. Unlike a visa, the NZETA is quick to obtain online or via a mobile application and is typically processed within minutes and does not require biometric data or an in-person application. The NZETA is available to citizens of visa waiver countries and territories, cruise ship passengers and Australian permanent residents. It also applies to citizens of China and Pacific Island Forum countries who travel from Australia with an eligible Australian visa. This will simplify travel for eligible visitors and supports regional connectivity and tourism, and strengthens our border security through advanced risk assessment. The NZETA is valid for 2 years, allowing for multiple entries for up to 3 months per visit. Our e-gates are automated border control kiosks that use biometric technology to verify the identity of eligible travellers within seconds. E-gates are operated by the New Zealand Customs Service with Immigration New Zealand support through eligibility and policy settings. They streamline arrivals by reducing manual passport checks and increasing throughput at airports. They're available at Auckland, Wellington, Christchurch and Queenstown airports for both arriving and departing passengers. Initially, this was limited to New Zealand and Australian passport holders, but e-gates now include travellers from 59 countries and territories. And this will improve efficiency at the border, reduce congestion at peak travel times, and allows border officers to focus on assessing high-risk travellers and baggage. These changes will make genuine travel easier while maintaining the integrity of the New Zealand border, and supports our border sector strategy by delivering digital solutions that use technology to reduce risks to New Zealand and to improve the customer experience of border activity. Tēnā koutou, thank you for your time.
Thank you, New Zealand Delegation カーパイ。続きまして、ネパール大丈夫ですかね。続きまして、ネパールからのプレゼンをお願いします。ネパールからは、ネパール入管の業務や権限、発給するビザ、出入国者数について解説いただいた後に、最近導入した施策について説明をいただきます。では、ネパール代表団、お願いいたします。
Thank you, Excellencies, distinguished delegates from different countries, all the participants, ladies and gentlemen. Namaskar, good afternoon, konnichiwa. It is a great honor and privilege to represent my country at the 5th Tokyo Immigration Forum. On behalf of my country, my department, and myself, I extend my sincere appreciation to the Japanese Immigration Authority and Government of Japan for hosting this beautiful, wonderful event and all these arrangements. So, from my department, on behalf of my colleague, Mr. Achut Dungana, I think who has completed his master from Tokyo University here in Japan. So, I request my colleague, Mr. Achut Dungana, to continue the presentation from our side.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Director General from Nepal. So we have divided our presentation basically in 5 key areas. The first part, we will be talking about the Nepalese immigration and the type of visa that we issue from Nepal. And we will briefly talk about the departures and arrival data. And on the fourth part, we will be explaining about the best practices on the visa. And on the last part, that we will be talking about the recently introduced immigration measures and our future plans. So since the Department of Immigration is under the Ministry of Home Affairs, we have 3 international airports, but currently the Tribhuvan International Airport is more active, and we have 8 land ports in the Indian side and 4 land ports in the Chinese side. So the Department of Immigration runs on the 5 key missions. That is to support the state security system and establish transparent, paperless, and efficient immigration administration. And the third one is to promote tourism development and foreign investment. And the fourth one is to serve as a data center. We will be also serving as a data center. We provide data for the government. And the last one, but not least, is established a center of excellence in the management. And usually we offer 6 different types of visas, and that is diplomatic, official, tourist, study, business, and residential. And we have to go through different agencies for their respective approval process. So we also have the transit visa, non-residential Nepalese visa, and other non-tourist visas, but that can be issued from the various other specific purposes as needed, based on the individual circumstances and the government approval. And this is the statistics of the total departures and arrivals. It's not more than 1.2 to 1.3 millions annually. So this is the departures of the different visits from Nepal. Most of the people go abroad for the employment, and secondly for the in the relation visa, and in the third position it's a kind of like study visa. So we also have some very nominal cases of deportation from Nepal, but they are usually the maximum number of deportation is just because of the overstay. So the best practices on the visa, we have available as an inter-visa. Nepal allows every countries in the world except 13 countries the visa on arrival. So it's available as an inter-visa from Nepali diplomatic missions or on arrival at the immigration points. Usually we provide 15, 30 and 90 days visa that can be extended up to 150 days in one visa year. So nationals from SAARC and other countries, 30-day visa exemptions. We have 30-day visa exemptions for the SAARC and other countries. Indian nationals do not need visa. And for the study visa, fees vary by the nationality and the purposes. And the minimum fees ranging from $15 per year to $30 per month for academic, and $75 a month for non-academic study visa. So similarly, we also provide the business visa, and we also provide the business visa from the one-stop service center, and that granted for the foreign investors. Business visa is issued from the office, a one-stop service center. So even if the passport is said to be expired within 1 year, a business visa may still be issued for the duration up to 5 years. That's one of the privileges. And we also issue this residential visa, but it's very uncommon. So we also have the provision of gratis visa, those who are holding the UN passport, and those who bears the passport, and recommended by the Ministry of Home Affairs or the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, SAARC nationals, and for the Chinese passport holders, and the investors who are investing in Nepal for more than 1 million USD, and the experts, consultants, staffs, and volunteers of the development partners, minors under 10 years, except those from the USA. And now I'm talking about the last part of my presentation, and this is the recently introduced measures. We were previously, I mentioned it earlier that Tribhuvan International Airport is one of the busiest airports in Nepal, but now Pokhara International Airport is also under operation. So another thing is that we have introduced the office automation through the centralized system. We have a system named Nepali Port. And by Nepali Port, we can basically do three things. That authentic visa portal. This is the authentic visa portal of the government of Nepal. And you can apply visa application from that port. You can also apply for the visa extension, conversion, or other visa-related services. This is fully automated and remote work. And we also have the provision of electronic travel authorization, and we can get the visa from the diplomatic missions abroad and the Department of Consular Affairs. So while applying visa, we can pay online before coming to the immigration desk. So we have several online platforms from where you can pay visa fee, and we also have the system of information sharing and IT support, and we have our system of interconnected online system with other government agencies, more than 10 government agencies and the 10 different systems of the government. So our visa stickers also has upgraded with the modern security features and ICAO compliant designs, enhancing security and the global compatibility. And we also provide travel advisory to provide Nepali citizens with important information and the guidance on the safety, regulations, and the essential travel details. we also recently have introduced a self-declaration for the visit visa holders to the Gulf Cooperation Council countries. Nepali citizens who are traveling to UAE, Kuwait, Qatar, Oman, Bahrain, and Saudi Arabia on the visit visa must submit an online self-declaration form. And the Department of Immigration also issues the trekking permit for the restricted areas. Foreigners applying for the trekking permit to restricted areas can complete the process online. They don't have to go to the department physically, and the permit is issued digitally as well. So the new dress code for the immigration officials has recently been introduced to enhance the professionalism and the uniformity. And we also have, the department has been delegated the power from Ministry of Home Affairs and to make it more strong, enabling it to directly handle the tasks such as work permit and the related services. And since we have the open border with the India and electronic pass system for the border districts on Chinese side. So, and in the future, we are planning to introduce the e-gates for the trusted travelers. And we also have a plan to integrate the biometric systems from the national ID system. And we also have, we are also working on the full-fledged implementation of the tourism information management system. Thank you so much.
धन्यवाद。それでは続きまして、パキスタン・イスラム共和国からのプレゼン、説明をお願いいたします。パキスタンからは、パキスタンにおける労働資源の規模、労働者の移住、パキスタンの移住にかかるグローバルガバナンスへの関与についてご説明いただいた後、パキスタンが実施しているデジタルトランスフォーメーションイニシアチブについて説明をいただきます。では、パキスタン代表団、お願いいたします。
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Thank you very much. It's a great honor and pleasure to be joining this August forum, and I must congratulate all the participants from various countries on their participation in this wonderful opportunity to exchange ideas and exchanging their views. My presentation comprises of 3 parts, starting with the introduction regarding Pakistan, then the immigration landscape of Pakistan, and then the Pakistani diaspora being placed globally at different places in the worker-related immigration reforms inside Pakistan. So Pakistan has 250 million population. It is youth is 64%, which is under the 30 years of age. And these are some of the statistics regarding Pakistan. Pakistan is doing in recent immigration reforms. Pakistan has eased entry for tourist and business personnel, free e-visas for 126 nations, visa-free GCC entries proposed, and alongside tightening identity verification via NADRA to combat illegal migration, and increasing penalties for human smuggler with mandatory jail term. The reform aimed to boost tourism investment while cracking down on irregular migration, especially after migrant boat tragedies, by enhancing border security and legal framework. Key reforms and initiatives include visa liberalization, proposed free waiver and free e-visas for business forum for citizens of 126 countries, and visa-free entry for GCC nationals is being proposed. Strict national identity verification. NADRA introduced new rules for verifying doubtful IDs, part of an ongoing crackdown on illegal foreigner, mostly Afghans. Tougher anti-smuggling laws, February in 2025, amendments to the immigration ordinance made jail term mandatory for smugglers, removing co-direction for fines after migrant boat tragedies. Crackdown on illegal foreigners, an ongoing campaign to deport undocumented migrants, largely from the neighboring countries who enter over past decades. Integrated border management system is in place with Pakistan Border Control Authority, PABCA, to improve border oversight, separating it from general migration. The driving factors are economic goals, security concerns, and humanitarian responses. Implementation bodies in Pakistan are NADRA, FI, and Ministry of Interior, and Ministry of Overseas Pakistanis deal with the ethical legal migration from Pakistan to various countries. These are the measures promoting legal migration from Pakistan. We are sending workers, immigrants to various countries on G2G model and G2B partnership model. The agency which deals with the G2G model is OEC, Overseas Employment Corporation, which sends workers from Pakistan to various destination countries. And for G2B and B2B partnership, we have Bureau of Immigration and Overseas Employment Corporation. Direct recruitment is another method which is employed in Pakistan for securing employment abroad. And these all are regulated through Bureau of Immigration and Overseas Employment. As the head of OIM said, that ethical legal migration is the need of the hour. We need to promote ethical legal migration pathways. Pakistan is following 192 legal immigration pathways. Pakistan's human resource, this is the global picture. We are sending every year almost 700,000 to 800,000 people annually to various parts of the world. And 38 billion is the remittance which Pakistan earns every year. These are the legal immigration, regional immigration trends from Pakistan. Majority destination is KSA and Gulf. These are the top 20 countries which where Pakistani workforce is employed. This is the global market trend. Rising demand for various skills, qualifications, digital transformation, shortage in various sectors, and rising competition in the country. These are the key strengths and challenges in the immigration ecosystem of Pakistan. This is the educational landscape of Pakistan. We are promoting legal, ethical immigration and migration, and we are enforcing laws. We have introduced new laws and rules which are pivotal in controlling the unethical, illegal, irregular immigration and migration. This is the TABET landscape of Pakistan. Annually 434,000 students are produced, and these are the higher education data. 800,000 students pass out every year in the system. This is the opportunity landscape, enabling ecosystem, talent capabilities, and service delivery options are there. System integration and scaling. These are the deliverables and the governance mechanism in Pakistan. This is the digital transformation which Pakistan has introduced in its immigration. There is a Pak Immigrant Management Framework Phase 1 which is launched. By this Pak Immigrant Management Framework Phase 1, the immigrant moving to any destination place is his or her verification for traveling to destination countries secured prior to his traveling abroad, just to control and manage the illegal pathways. This is the legal immigration pathway in Pakistan. Bureau of Immigration and OEC job portals are available for workers immigrating from Pakistan to various destinations and various persons traveling to Pakistan on various assignments. This is the OEC data platform in Pakistan. And these are, this is the recommendation that governance and strengthening legal framework will pave the way for ethical legal immigration practices. Thank you.
बहुत शुक्रिया。続きまして、フィリピン共和国の代表の方からご説明をお願いします。フィリピンにつきましては、フィリピン政府が掲げている7ポイントアジェンダに基づいて行われている取り組みについて、主にエイピスや、クルーズビザウェイバーシステム、犯罪取締り、人身取引対策などを中心にご説明をいただく予定です。では、フィリピン代表の方、お願いします。
どうも。To His Excellency, the Commissioner of Immigration, Mariama Hidaharu, as ably represented by the Associate Commissioner, Kimizuka Hiroshi, Excellencies, distinguished delegates, ladies and gentlemen, konnichiwa, mabuhay from the Philippine delegation, and a pleasant day to all. On behalf of the Philippine delegation, allow me to extend my heartfelt gratitude to the government of Japan and the Japan Immigration Services Agency for the gracious hospitality you have extended to us and all the attendees of the 5th Tokyo Immigration Forum. It is always a pleasure to attend initiatives such as this, which allows us to all to meet annually and discuss solutions to shared challenges, especially as we gather amidst the picturesque landscapes and vibrant culture of Japan. Irregular migration, human trafficking, transnational crime, and threats to border security are challenges shared by all of us. And as time passes, these challenges become increasingly complex. None of us can afford to work in isolation. Our shared challenges also bring shared solutions. And activities such as this allow us to cooperate and learn from each other to build strong defenses that are secure, efficient, and humane. Apart from ensuring secure border movement, all of us, I am sure, also aim to facilitate lawful travel, enabling connections to further support the growth of our economies. By working hand in hand, we can all create unified strategies that can benefit each of our nations. I would like to share with you a short video presentation showcasing our recently introduced immigration measures, focusing on the concrete steps we are taking to strengthen immigration services, enhance border security, and improve the overall travel experience. Kindly play the video, please.
Anchored on the vision of His Excellency President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr. for a bagong Pilipinas, a nation driven by transformation, innovation, and service. The Philippine Bureau of Immigration is representing change through the bagong immigration vision, a vision for a stronger, smarter, and more efficient immigration.
Air transport and tourism have been made more convenient because of the shift to paperless immigration and customs forms, thanks to the e-travel system. And soon, the piloted e-gates will be standard fixtures at airports to further facilitate ease of mobility during departures and arrivals. And with all this said, the implementation of the Philippine e-visa will be next in our digital transformation agenda.
At the heart of our reform is a 7-point agenda that guides everything we do. Public service excellence, empowered personnel, robust law enforcement, a Filipino-first approach, operational efficiency, responsive infrastructure, and modernization through technology. Beyond service, we aim for excellence. In support of the government's directive to end offshore gaming operations, the Bureau successfully implemented the POGO ban. Over 73% of 33,863 foreign workers have downgraded their visas, and most have already left the country. We've launched the Advanced Passenger Information System, or APIS, a powerful tool that screens travelers before they arrive. This ensures threats are intercepted early and legitimate travelers move faster. At NAIA Terminal 3, we opened a dedicated OFW wing to give our modern-day heroes the VIP treatment they deserve. We also launched the Cruise Visa Waiver Program in partnership with the Department of Justice and the Department of Tourism, allowing cruise passengers to explore the Philippines visa-free for up to 14 days. The Philippine Department of Foreign Affairs has also launched the Philippine e-Visa for efficient and online processing of tourist visa applications for foreign nationals. Aside from this, our Foreign Affairs Department has also announced the launch of the Digital Nomad Visa, allowing foreigners to stay in the country for a temporary period for the purpose of working remotely using digital technologies. Our e-services portal continues to deliver fast, accessible, and secure online transactions, minimizing lines and maximizing convenience for clients both here and abroad. Through the e-travel system, developed with the Department of Information and Communications Technology, we've brought together 4 major agencies under one platform. Arrival and departure processes are now simplified, seamless, and smart. We've further enhanced our border control with mobile counters, e-travel desks, and biometric equipment. Our electronic gates, now operational across key ports, prioritize OFWs and Filipino travelers, speeding up arrivals while reinforcing security. The Bureau is set to move to its new home, a smart building complex in Pasay City. Designed to serve 1,500 clients daily and accommodate 1,800 employees, this facility represents a new era of government service. Looking ahead, we are preparing to implement the Civil Aviation and Immigration Security Services Project, a flagship public-private partnership that will automate immigration processes and integrate AI, biometrics, and real-time analytics across all ports of entry and exit. As a result of this boost towards modernization, the BI has strengthened its capacities for law enforcement. For the first half of 2025, we were able to successfully deport almost 1,500 illegal foreign workers, majority of which were involved in offshore gambling, an industry that was already deemed illegal by our national government. Our strong partnerships with our neighbors and foreign counterparts also led to the arrest of 268 foreign fugitives this year, proving that the Philippines is no safe haven for criminals. The BI has likewise been instrumental in our country's retention of its Tier 1 status in the United States Trafficking in Persons Report for the 9th consecutive year. We encounter almost on a daily basis victims of human trafficking and illegal recruitment being duped to work in scam hubs operated by international syndicates whose reach seems to be expanding to countries beyond Asia. We will not stop in our work to secure our borders from external threats. We will continue to improve our capacities and work together with our counterparts to further ensure the safety and security of the region. We stand as part of a government that delivers, resolute, responsive, and ready for the future. Change is our commitment to nation building. We do not see this as just reforming immigration, but as driving national transformation. This is service shaped by a vision. This is modernization with a soul. This is the Philippines, reborn, renewed, and rising.
Let me highlight several key measures recently undertaken by the Philippine government. In October, Philippine President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. signed Republic Act 12312, or the Anti-Pogo Act of 2025. With this new law, Philippine offshore gaming operations, commonly known as POGOs, have been effectively banned from the country. This follows an earlier directive from our president requiring all foreign online gambling workers to leave the Philippines by the end of 2024. The Philippines was among the first to raise alarm over the proliferation of these online gaming hubs, many of which later evolved into scam hubs involved in human trafficking, torture, and other serious crimes. The new law now imposes penalties of up to 12 years imprisonment and a maximum fine of 50 million pesos for offenders. This means that online gambling is now permanently prohibited in the Philippines. However, we continue to observe a trend where Filipinos are being recruited to work in similar hubs abroad, where they are coerced into participating in scamming syndicates. As such, our strict departure formalities for outbound Filipino travelers who may be victims of human trafficking remain firmly in place. We work closely with the Interagency Council Against Trafficking, a consortium of 28 government agencies dedicated to combating this societal ill. In terms of systems improvement, as shown in the video, the Philippine Bureau of Immigration is aggressively moving towards modernization, an initiative we call Bagong Immigration, or New Immigration, aligned with our President's broader vision of a Bagong Pilipinas, or New Philippines. Bago means new. We are building a new and improved immigration service, moving in the same direction as the new Philippines envisioned by our national government. This vision is anchored on transparency, efficiency, and innovation, with technology playing a central role in transforming the way we serve the public. We are creating an immigration system that is not only responsive to today's demands, but also ready for the challenges of tomorrow. Before I close, allow me to once again express my sincere appreciation to our colleagues from Japan for hosting this gathering, and to my esteemed counterparts from various countries for their continued commitment to our shared mission. On behalf of the Philippine delegation, to this I say, ganbarimasu. And to our fellow colleagues, dekemasu. we can do it. May the discussion we hold here strengthen our collective resolve, deepen our cooperation, and bring us closer to a peaceful, secure, and prosperous community. Maraming salamat po at mabuhay tayong lahat. And again, thank you. Domo arigato gozaimasu, and good day.
Maraming salamat. それでは次に、韓国、入管の代表の方からプレゼンをお願いします。韓国国内における長期在留外国人人口が増加している中で、韓国で行われているデュアルトラックデジタルトランスフォーメーション戦略において、在留者のための安全なデジタル ID と渡航者のためのシームレスな国境通過という観点からご紹介をいただきます。それではテハンミングテビョダンチャルプタッカムニア。
Thank you. 감사합니다. Good afternoon, esteemed colleagues and participants of the 5th Tokyo Immigration Forum. I am Kyungmin Chun from Korea Immigration Service, and I'm working as the data analyst at the Immigration Big Data Division. Most of all, thank you very much for hosting this forum following last year's event, and I'm very truly honorful to be here. 昨年に続きこのフォーラムを開催していただき、日本の方々に誠に心から感謝申し上げます。連続参加させて大光です。大変光栄です。So, it is my pleasure to present today on Modernizing Immigration, the Republic of Korea's Digital Transformation. As you can see the chart on the slide right side, South Korea is experiencing a significant and accelerating increase in our long-term foreign resident population. In 2024, this population reached about 2 million people. This growth presents both an opportunity and a critical challenge, demanding a more efficient and secure management system for our immigration infrastructure. We identified two key areas of friction in the current immigration journey. First, for residents, there was a heavy reliance on physical ID cards for all official and financial transactions. This limited access to non-face-to-face services and created the risk of loss of physical documents. The second is for visitors. The inconvenience of manually completing paper arrival cards, often on the plane, increased immigration processing times for officers and contributed to airport congestion, creating a less welcoming first impression. To address these challenges, the Republic of Korea implemented a comprehensive digital strategy, a dual-track digital transformation. Our strategic response focuses on two core initiatives. First, securing digital identity for residents. And second, ensuring seamless border crossing for visitors. Let me show you our first track, which is the mobile residence card. It is launched on January 10th, 2025. This is a legally valid digital version of the physical card, which is accessible through a secure smartphone application. Crucially, it holds the same legal authority as the physical card, as stipulated by the amended Immigration Control Act. This ID is built on the National Mobile ID Common Platform, utilizing blockchain and advanced encryption to ensure high-level security and prevent data leakage. It is available to all residents, foreign residents, aged 14 and older, with a smartphone registered under their name. We offer two issuance pathways to accommodate diverse users. The first pathway is to new card holders. Users can scan the embedded IC chip on their new physical card via the app, complete facial recognition, and instantly issue the mobile card. The second one is to older card holders. Users visit an immigration office for a one-time identity verification, scan a secure QR code provided by the counters, and complete issuance. A key benefit of the mobile residence card is its ability to streamline access to essential services, particularly financial transactions. Through multi-agency collaboration with the Ministry of Justice, Ministry of the Interior and Safety, and the Financial Services Commission, foreign residents are empowered to conduct both face-to-face and remote banking services, including opening new accounts very easily. This service began on March 21st, 2025, with 6 major banks. We got plans for progressive expansion throughout this year. Next, the second track focuses on border efficient. That is the e-arrival card. This is launched on February 24th, 2025. The e-arrival card aims to replace the traditional paper-based arrival card, reducing manual entry and streamlining the immigration inspection processes. The process is a very simple 3-step, pre-arrival within 72 hours. First, access. Travelers visit the website or use a QR code. Second, submit information. Using optical character recognition, which is called OCR technology, travelers submit personal data by taking a photo of their passport, then enter details like flight number and address in Korea. Last, arrive, just arrive. No print is needed. The submission is verified electronically at the border control on arriving Korea. This e-arrival platform is designed for convenience, supporting 7 languages, including Korean, English, Japanese, and Chinese, and so on. Primary users are short-term visitors staying under 90 days. Exemptions include those with a valid KETA granted or registered foreign residents. The combined impact of these 2 solutions is a virtuous cycle of efficiency and security. It provides increased convenience for foreign nationals while offering immigration services enhanced security and efficient resource allocation through improved data accuracy. The introduction of the mobile foreign residence card in 2025 represents a deliberate step in Korea's national digital identity roadmap. This follows the successful launch of the mobile driver's license in 2022 and the mobile national veterans card in 2023. We have gathered several key learnings from our digital transformation journey. First, a strong legal framework is very essential. Amending the Immigration Control Act to grant the mobile ID equal legal status was a crucial first step to ensure widespread adoption and trust. Second, public-private partnership is a force multiplier. Close collaboration with financial institutions was vital for creating immediate, tangible value for our users. Lastly, a phased rollout manages complexity. Offering multiple issuance methods, which is IC versus QR, and running a new system in parallel with old ones allows for a smoother transition and accommodates diverse user needs. To help you visualize and understand the key functions and usage of these 2 digital solutions in more detail, we have produced promotional YouTube videos. By scanning the QR code displayed on the screen, you will be directly to the videos for the mobile residence card on the left side and e-arrival card on the right side. Especially, I actually started in the mobile residence card video myself, so please feel free to criticize my debut interview performance. We ask for your continued interest in Korean immigration modernization efforts and hope that our experience provides useful lessons for other nations. Thank you for your kind attention. ありがとうございます。
솔명 감사드립니다. 続きまして、スリランカ民主社会主義共和国の代表の方から説明をお願いします。スリランカ入管の成り立ち、所管業務について説明をいただき、最近の法改正により導入された新たなイニシアチブ、将来計画についてご説明をいただきます。それではスリランカ代表団の方、お願いいたします。
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Indika Herath, Controller IT and Border Management from Immigration Department, Sri Lanka. So first of all, I would like to convey my gratitude to the Japanese Immigration Authority for organizing the wonderful event and inviting us. So move forward, first of all, I would like to give a bit of an introduction about our department and what we are doing. So we operate under the Act which is passed in 1948, actually in the colonial era. So with that Act, we have the provision to control the entry and remaining of non-Ceylonese, means the foreigners. Ceylonese, which is the name which used for Sri Lanka at the colonial age. So when controlling the foreigners, it is our responsibility to issue the visas along with the border control. And again, regulating the departures of Ceylonese or Sri Lankans as well as foreigners. So when considering the departures of Sri Lankans, then we have to issue the passport or valid travel document. In then the administrative part, removal of non-Ceylonese who are not par with the visa things and all those things, and supervising those activities. So we are doing the investigation and other enforcement part plus the administrative things. So basically we are doing the border management in Sri Lanka plus visa issuance as well as the travel document issuance for Sri Lankans. So let's move to the next slide. In here I would like to highlight from 1948 up to now we are working with the act which was enabled 1948. So this act is very limited scope and very small avenue for the digital transformation. It's more for the manual side. So because of those limitations, now we are working to introduce completely new immigration act. So we presented that act to the government. We got to our Attorney General's Department approval, Supreme Court approval, and we are hopeful that we will be able to get the parliamentary approval in the next first quarter of the 2026. So with that, I would like to present what are the initiatives we took last few years. First one is introducing automated border control system, actually e-gates, for our arrival launch in the Bandaranaike International Airport. In here, I like to mention that this is done with the assistance of Japan. So I would like to convey my gratitude to Japan, people of Japan and government of Japan for assisting us for implementation of border control gates. Thank you very much. And other thing is we introduce online travel application for the Sri Lankan people because in Sri Lanka we have only 4 regional offices to issue the travel documents. But that setup is not much convenient to the Sri Lankan citizen. So we establish a online application considering actually not only to make it a convenience to the Sri Lankan citizen, but on the other side to prevent more of the illegal migration. So other than that, we introduce new passenger vetting module purely to prevent the illegal migration, actually human trafficking and human smuggling, because recently we identified that Sri Lanka is using as a hub for illegal migration. So because of those reasons, to prevent the illegal migration, we are introducing new vetting module, especially to cater for the unknown targets. With that, we modernize our visa system, actually travel authorization system. Sri Lanka introduced ETA system, Electronic Travel Authority System, in 2012. But up to now, we didn't do much of changes in the system. So from the immigration backend, we did some new changes to give convenient and efficient services for the foreigners who are intend to visit Sri Lanka. So those are the new initiatives we took this year and last few years. So for the 2026, with the approval of new Immigration Act, we are planning to expand our automated border control system to the departure lounge also, and mainly to issue the e-passports. Now we are working on that. We are at the last part of procurement process, so more hopefully we will be able to issue the new e-passport in next year. And along with that, biometric passenger clearance. Up to now, we are not taking any biometrics for the foreigners. So we are planning to take biometrics to introduce seamless immigration clearance mainly in our international airport, Bandar Naik International Airport, in next year. And again, for combating the human trafficking and human smuggling, we are planning to get advanced passenger processing system to Sri Lanka. Now discussions going on. So hopefully next year we will be able to launch that. And again, to facilitate more for the foreigners who are intend to visit Sri Lanka, we are planning to introduce advanced e-visa system, because especially our residence visa schemes we are planning to change it, completely overhaul the system, and to introduce online application for residence visa system. So those are the things we plan for 2026. And with this, I would like to stop my presentation. Thank you very much.
So そしたら、続きまして、タイ王国から労働省、それから警察、それぞれからご説明をいただくことになっています。まず、タイの労働省からは、タイ国内における諸外国との MOU に基づく労働者の受け入れ制度についてご説明をいただいた上で、関連する内閣の決議、あるいは外国人労働管理施策について、ご説明をいただくと、取り組みなどについてご説明をいただきます。最初は労働省の方からお願いをいたします。Gurasama Dengang Pratetai Karna Rum Atiwai Krab.
Good afternoon, distinguished delegates, colleagues, and partners. My name is Hatthachanok Thongsang from the Department of Employment, the Ministry of Labor of Thailand. It's an honor to be here today to present Thailand immigration measure and labor mobility policy complemented by the Department of Employment. Today, I will walk you through Thailand approaches for managing migrant workers focused on both the MOU system and cabinet resolution that support legal, orderly, and safe labor migration. Management of migrant workers in Thailand. Thailand's economy has long relied on migrant workers from neighboring countries. They contribute significantly to production capacity. supply chain stability, and the service sector. As Thailand faces demographic transition such as an aging population and shrinking domestic workforce, migrant labor has become an essential component of our labor market strategy. To ensure legal, safe, and orderly migration, Thailand employs two major mechanisms. One, MOU system, formal regulated and transparent entry channels under government-to-government cooperation. Two, cabinet resolution, flexible policy tools used to address urgent labor shortages, humanitarian circumstances, or emerging needs. This mechanism operates under the supervision of the Foreigner Working Management Policy Commission, ensuring policy coherence and national security oversight. Bringing migrant workers for working in Thailand. This slide highlights the two complementary pathways. The MOU system ensures structured recruitment, reducing risk of trafficking, furtherance worker, and irregular migration. Meanwhile, cabinet resolution allows the government to respond quickly to evolving situations such as border closure, natural disaster, sudden labor shortages, or humanitarian crisis. Together, these two create a balanced framework that protects workers, supports employers, and strengthens Thailand's competitiveness. MOU system framework and country involved. Thailand currently has MOU with 4 neighboring countries: Cambodia, Laos, PDR, Myanmar, and Vietnam. The MOU system lays out clear procedure for recruitment, pre-departure training, health check, contract verification, and protection measures. The employment circle includes 2-year work permit, an additional 2-year extension, and a mandatory return to the home country for 30 days after years of working. This rule ensures regular labor circulation, prevent documented overstay, and maintain connection between workers and their home communities. Over the years, the MOU system has proved effective, supporting millions of legal entry and reducing the reliance on informal brokers. Management under Cabinet Resolution. Cabinet Resolution serves as a policy instrument to manage exceptional cases. The solutions are grounded in labor market analysis, security consideration, and humanitarian principles. They also reflect Thailand's role as a responsible member of the international community, especially in managing vulnerable populations. Now, let me describe its solution and road in 2025 along with its rationale and expected impact. Cabinet Resolution 19 August 2025, pilot project for new nationality. This marks an important expansion of Thailand's labor migration strategy. For decades, our migration workforce has come primarily of neighboring countries. However, Thailand's evolving industrial landscape now requires diversified skills and sources. Under this resolution, Sri Lanka is selected as the first pilot country, followed by potential expansion to Nepal, Bangladesh, Indonesia, and Philippines. This diversification reflects Thailand's future workforce strategy, targeting both low-skilled and semi-skilled labor. The ongoing negotiation with Sri Lanka cover key areas such as recruitment channel, worker protection standard, pre-departure orientation, and employer obligation. Recruitment can only become once the MOU and implementing agreement are finalized. Cabinet Resolution 26 August 2025, employment for displaced persons from Myanmar. Thailand hosts 9 temporary shelters for displaced persons from Myanmar in 4 provinces, Mae Hong Son, Tak, Kanchanaburi, and Ratchaburi. For this case, humanitarian support from international partners has played a vital role. However, in recent years, several organizations reduced their funding due to global crisis and resource constraints. This resulted in deadline support for food assistance, health care, and public health service. In response, Thailand introduced a policy to allow eligible displaced persons to work legally for up to 1 year permission. This policy enables self-reliance, reduce vulnerability, lower the burden on humanitarian agencies, and promotes social and economic stability in border provinces. Cabinet Resolution 11 November 2025, 1 year extension for Laos, Myanmar, Vietnamese workers. Thailand continues to experience labor shortages due to economic recovery, industrial expansion, and demographic pressure. To ensure sufficient workforce supply, this solution grants a 1-year stay and work extension to workers who complete required procedure. This measure supports manufacturing sector growth, service sector expansion, continuity of business operation, and competitiveness in global supply chain. It also protects workers by allowing them to remain legally employed while employers maintain stable staffing level. Cabinet Resolution the 2nd December 2025. Workers from Laos, PDR, Myanmar, and Vietnam whose work permit expire in February and March 2026 will receive a 1-year extension. This enables businesses to retain experienced workers rather than going through lengthy recruitment cycles. Limited of the previous system. For many years, Thailand work permit system faced challenges such as multiple procedural steps, heavy documentation requirements, long processing time, fragmented databases, and burdens on both worker and employer. This issue created uncertainty and in her economic productivity. Recognize this, the Department of Employment is now pushing forward a comprehensive digital information agenda. This includes digital work permit, integrated data system, streamline procedure, and user-friendly online platform initiative that aim to modernize Thailand labor administration. In conclusion, Thailand immigration measures reflect a balanced approach that integrates economic reality, humanitarian consideration, and national security. The MOU system ensures structured, regulated recruitment. Cabinet resolution address urgent needs and protect vulnerable population. Ongoing digital reform will modernize Thailand labor administration for the future. Thailand is committed to working closely with our international partners to promote safe, orderly, and regular migration as aligned with global frameworks such as Global Compact for Migration and ASEAN Labor Mobility Principle. Thank you very much for your attention.
ขอบคุณมากครับ本日午後前半の最後になります。タイの警察庁の方から続いてプレゼンテーションをお願いします。タイの警察からはスマートゲート、バイオメトリクス、トラベラーマネジメントシステムなどの導入による国境管理の自動化、セキュリティの強化、リアルタイム監視での不法滞在対策の強化について、サービスの向上、あるいは国際連携にも触れながら説明をいただきます。แล้วก็สำนักงานตำรวจแห่งชาติกรุณาเริ่มอธิบายครับ
Thank you, Mr. Kimisuka Hiroshi. My name is Police Colonel Wacharapol Kajanakanthon, Superintendent of Subdivision 3, Investigation Division Immigration Bureau. On behalf of the Thailand Immigration Bureau, it is my honor to present a brief update on our nation immigration system, highlighting its current infrastructure and key components. Strategic importance. Thailand plays an active role as a key security partner within ASEAN. Cross-border cooperation to crucial to maintaining regional peace and stability. Our approach carefully balance the need to facilitate legitimate mobility with the responsibility to uphold nation security. At the center of this effort is the trusted and secure collaboration of data amongst our regional partners. Functional division overview. The Thailand immigration operates those specialized functional division. The travel authorization division manages land, sea, and air entry points. Authorizing system lies border path to facilitate smooth and faster border clearance. The immigration system service division handle visa extensions and re-entry permit, supporting legal travel activities. The Immigration Control Division oversees backlist management, watch list, and deportation processes to protect national interests. Next, system infrastructure. Our core system operates on a fully owned and managed on-premise data center maintained under close supervision by both internal teams and contracted technical partners. This infrastructure ensures high security, continuous 24/7 operations, and the integrity of sensitive immigration data. Data exchange concept point to point. Our data sharing models is built up on a point-to-point architecture. This allows for security direct bilateral data exchange with Asian partners, while preserving full data sovereignty for each nation. All data exchanges are conducted under legal mandates with complete auditability and are tailored to meet specific operation objectives. Legal compliance frameworks. The Immigration Bureau operates fully in accordance with Thailand's Personal Data Protection Act (PDPA), the European Union's GDPR, and other international standards. Data sharing is strictly limited to authorized purpose with full respect for privacy, human rights, and national interests. Formal agreement provides transparent governance for all cross-border data flow. Regions Cooperation Vision. As part of the ASEAN community, we envision strengthening regional trust, those controls and security data linkage, joint risk detection, and early warning mechanisms are being developing. We also aim to harmonize operational standards progressively, while fully respecting the unique legal and sovereign frameworks of its member states. Forward modernization. Looking forward, we are exploring hybrid cruise solutions to enhance operational flexibility. Artificial intelligence will play a growing role in risk analytics and protective life assignments. Interoperable digital platform will further enable timely and informed decision-making, supporting by resilient infrastructure that responds to Asian evolving challenge. The closing on brief of the Thailand Immigration Bureau, I would like to reaffirm our stronger commitment to regional cooperation. Together, we can advance secure and efficient border management, contributing to peace, stability, and prosperity for all ASEAN nations. Thank you for your attention.
ครบมากสำหรับคำอธิบายโดยไดยัด
Thank you for the great presentations. We will now have a coffee break for about 30 minutes. Please enjoy the sweets on the table near the exit and return to your seat by 4:30. 4:30, please. Thank you for your cooperation. May I have your attention, please? Now we will resume the plenary session. We would like to request you to take your seats. Thank you for your cooperation.
.それでは全体会合を再開をいたします。再開後の最初のプレゼンテーションはマレーシアからお願いをいたします。マレーシアはマレーシアの観光年ビジットマレーシアイヤー2026に向けた現状の課題と取り組みの状況、特にナショナルインテグレイテッドイミグレーションシステム NIISE についての説明をお願いをしたいと思います。それではマレーシアのよろしくお願いします。
Assalamualaikum and very good afternoon to moderator Mr. Kibizuka Hiroshi, ladies and gentlemen, the fellow guardians of global mobility. I would like to take this opportunity to extend my sincere congratulations to the Immigration Services Agency of Japan for successfully hosting the 5th Tokyo Immigration Forum. It is an honor to be here today, a gathering where immigration leaders unite to discuss innovation and transformation. Today, I'm delighted to share Malaysia's journey in reimagining border management through digital transformation, security enhancement, and just a little bit of Malaysian magic. Our aspiration is simple yet ambitious, to position Malaysia as a premier tourism and business hub in Southeast Asia. In 2025 alone, Malaysia welcomed 37.5 million tourists. We hosted 2.2 million foreign workers, and we serve as a second home for nearly 180,000 foreign students and 120,000 expatriates. Managing this scale of mobility is no small task. To succeed, Malaysia has to strike the right balance between driving economic growth and safeguarding national security. Let's look at mobility trends. As shown on the slide, Malaysia recorded 165 million border movements in 2025, which consists of 75 million of foreign nationals and 90 million of Malaysians going abroad. We rebound strongly after the pandemic era, and in 2024, movements were even higher at 197 million. This number matters because Malaysia is the chair of ASEAN 2025, even though we have successfully handed over the chairmanship to Philippines quite recently, and we are also preparing for Visit Malaysia year 2026. The challenge is how do we ensure smooth facilitation for millions of legitimate travelers while maintaining strong security controls. So our answer is digital transformation. This slide presents our not to land statistic for 2023 to 2025. In 2025, more than 40,000 travelers were denied entry to Malaysia, primarily due to invalid supporting documents. Malaysia, as always, continues to attract not only tourists but also for individuals seeking for employment opportunities. Our economic growth, political stability, and multicultural environment make Malaysia appealing to many who wish to start new life or to pursue better prospects. However, this also means we face a growing number of travelers who arrive with unclear intentions or without meeting immigration requirements. Let me now highlight two key challenges that shape Malaysia's border landscape. First, we manage one of the busiest land borders in the world, the Malaysia and Singapore crossing, which handles about 500,000 movements on daily basis. 500,000 movements on daily basis. This level of traffic operates almost like a daily mega commute, and ensuring both security and convenience at this scale is an ongoing operational challenge. Second, we continue to deal with legacy immigration systems that were not originally designed to support today's volume, speed, and complexity. As mobility patterns evolve and passengers' expectations increase, the limitation of older systems become more apparent. To address these challenges, our focus is centered on three major areas. Can we go back to the previous slide? Which is strengthening regional cooperation, deploying smarter mobility solutions, and enhancing security through modernized border management. This slide highlights Malaysia's key achievements in modernizing border control. First, our National Immigration Integrated System, or NICE, strengthening identity assurance and significantly reduce document fraud. One of its modules alone has helped eliminate more than 90% of past sticker forgery cases. This demonstrates how digitalization directly enhances national security. Secondly, our integrated digital pre-arrival processing allows us to conduct early risk profiling, meaning potential security concerns can be identified before travelers even reach our border. This enables faster and more confident decision-making at the point of entry. It is still in the early stage of implementation, and we expect to be fully implemented in mid-2026. Third, our AI-driven QR code autogates now operate at KLIA, Kuala Lumpur International Airport Terminal 1 and Terminal 2, and at our major land checkpoints at Bangunan Sultan Iskandar and Complex Tau'u Bakar, which is our land border at the southern part of Peninsular Malaysia. This is the border between Malaysia and Singapore, and these systems use real-time threat detection and have significantly reduced waiting and clearance time. To further enhance the traveler experience, we introduced MyNICE, a mobile application designed to streamline immigration clearance processes. Travelers simply need to first download the apps, be it for Android or for Apple, register and log in and scan their generated QR code at MyNICE link. This slide showcases the implementation of our QR gate system at Kuala Lumpur International Airport, which started somewhere in February 2025, and for now, only open to Malaysians and will be extended to foreign nationals soon. Nevertheless, the e-gate system that we have is already open to 63 nationalities worldwide, and it has been started since 2023. Okay, this is the interesting part. Okay, this is the typical view of our Malaysia-Singapore checkpoints, land checkpoints, every morning between 5 a.m. to 8 a.m. and again in the evening from 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. The causeway, to be honest, never sleeps. The situation never can be described as calm and normal. Normally, we will describe the situation as busy, very busy, or if you are lucky, extremely busy, especially during long holiday and festive season. So this causeway managing around 300 to 350,000 travelers on daily basis. In fact, the only time that the causeway got truly had a chance to rest was during COVID-19, when both Malaysia and Singapore closed our borders. So to enhance the clearance and efficiency, we launched a QR code trial on 15 November 2025. It is quite recent, it's about a month now, specifically for Malaysians travel with motorcycle to Singapore. This initiative is significant because it has reduced the clearance time from 15 seconds per movement to 7 seconds per movement. So it's about 50% reduction in travel in clearance time. So this is a proof that digital solution can function smoothly amidst the intensity and volume of our border checkpoints on daily operation, especially with the constant flow of motorcycles. It proves that system is strong, scalable, and ready to wider implementation. To conclude my presentation, NICE is Malaysia's most important immigration transformation project. NICE is more than just a system. It is a new operational architecture for immigration. It integrates key functions across the department, creating seamless operations from entry and exit gates to visa processing, enforcement, and analytics. One of its most capabilities is predictive intelligence, enabling us to anticipate risks, detect irregular patterns, and support informed decision-making through real-time data. Ladies and gentlemen, Malaysia's digital transformation journey is ongoing, but the progress we have achieved demonstrates our commitment to building borders that are secure, seamless, and future-ready. We wish that we have a chance to update all of you on the progress of NICE in year to come. With that, thank you very much. Arigatou gozaimasu.
Terima kasih banyak Malaysia. それでは、続きまして、国際機関、からあるいは地域機関から3つ続けて、プレゼンをお願いします。最初は、フロンテックスです。おそらく今日この場にお集まりの皆さんの中で一番長い旅行をされた方だと思います。エストニアから来られています。フロンテックスからは EU における出入国の現状についてご説明をいただいた後、スマートフォンを用いたエントリーエグジットシステム EES による事前登録制度、あるいは詐称免除対象者に対する事前スクリーニングシステムであるヨーロピアントラベルインフォメーション&オセンティフィケーションシステム ETIAS の活用についてご説明をいただきます。それではフロンテックスの方、よろしくお願いをいたします。
Thank you very much, Mr. Kimisuka, and my sincere appreciation to the Japanese Immigration Authority for organizing this event and also inviting Europe to be part of this and interesting discussion. Dear delegates, dear colleagues, you have made my job very easy here. I can only say that most of what you have been presenting, we are also doing in Europe. So the same challenges that you are facing with the facilitated entry for bona fide travelers, The same challenges that you face with the immigration control, the same challenges that you face with the ICT technology are exactly the same that we deal in Europe. Now, I will go into more detail about the latest migration trends in Europe and our activities tomorrow in a more thorough presentation. But today, allow me to say a few words about systems that are going live or right at the moment when we are speaking here. So in Europe, we have made a significant effort over the last few years to really control migration better and to really focus more on the irregular migration and to tackle the phenomena of illegal migration. And this has really provided significant results. This year, the irregular migration to Europe has dropped more than 23%. So we speak about around 190,000 irregular entries to Europe, which is one of the lowest figures we have seen in a decade. This is already a trend because this is already a second year in a row where we see that, the illegal migration is in decline. It is a joint effort. It's not only Europe, but we have been investing a lot of effort there with third countries, with a number of our partners around Europe. And we have, of course, bolstered our border management infrastructure and our capabilities. However, Europe is not only about, if we speak about migration management, it's not only about irregular migration, it is also about legal migration. And here, Europe remains to be the top tourist destination according to the United Nations Tourism Agency. We are receiving by far the highest number of tourists in comparison in global scale, and this seems to be the trend also in the future. And if you look at the figures of legal entries to Europe, then we have around 600 million entries and exits that we record every year. This doesn't mean 600 million people entering and exiting, but it means that 600 million times somebody from the border agency or border guards has been entering the data to the systems. So it's a huge volume of work that we are doing, and it demands a lot of manpower, it demands a lot of trained officers, and I would say it's not also anymore very timely because we have so much valuable technology available on the market that could be used in order to replace this manpower. So in order to do that, or at least to go in a direction of more automatization and more wise use of human resources, Europe is entering to an era where we are introducing new systems at the borders, which have two different aims. One aim is to have better control, to have a solid understanding who is entering to Europe, who is leaving Europe, who is overstaying. Secondly, to have a centralized infrastructure which would enable us to automate the entry procedures for most of the visitors, because most of the visitors are coming with a legal reason, either for work, either for study, either for tourism. The systems that we will be implementing and what your citizens will be feeling when they are coming to Europe are following. First, this October European entry-exit system went live. It involves more than 1,500 different border crossing points, and every third country national entering to Europe has to undergo the entry-exit system. So the data will be registered, fingerprints will be taken, and also we are not only taking it during the entry, but we are also taking it during the exit. So this is a really comprehensive system where all the European border crossing points are entering the data. We are in the process of rolling it out at the moment gradually. So the biggest difficulties are still to come because we are going to roll it out also in the biggest airports. And here I warn you that, I mean, there might be longer waiting times temporarily because of the first enrollment of the third country nationals who are arriving. But we have been preparing for that, and we try to mitigate and make the journey for the travelers as smooth as possible. And stressing again, I mean, in the longer run, once we have the centralized infrastructure in place, then it enables us already to go for the full automatization and a seamless travel experience. But this is in forthcoming years. At first, we have to get to the first point where we really roll it out in all the border crossing points with a full functionality. The second system that you see on the slide here is the European Travel Information Authorization System. Behind this very long and lengthy name is the same system that you have seen when you are traveling to US, when you're traveling to Canada and many other countries. It is for third country nationals who enjoy currently visa freedom with Europe. In the future, we will ask them to also apply for a travel permit, and this travel permit will cost 20 euros. And I mean, there will be a very smooth and easy procedure for applying for that. The reasoning for the ETIAS is the same as in all the other countries who are using similar systems. We want to have more personalized risk assessments and risk management than we have had so far. And we also feel that we have to check the background of the people who are coming from visa-free countries. However, I mean, most of the cases, I mean, the entry will be smooth, the permit will be delivered quite fast. Now, one additional pilot that we have in Europe, and what I would like to point out here, is the Travel to Europe app. We have felt, I mean, or analyzed with the industry partners and member states that entry-exit system and ETIAS are likely to cause some delays and waiting times in the big travel hubs. So the idea behind the travel app is to take away some of the work and to enable traveler to enter some of the data already before they arrive to the border crossing point. For example, if you are coming to Europe today and it's the first enrollment to the entry-exit system, all your biographic data will be recorded, all your fingerprints will be taken, your photo will be taken, and then you also have to answer to the standard questions like how much cash do you have with you, where are you going to stay, how long are you going to stay. Most of this information you can send in advance, and most of the people prefer using their smartphones. So we have developed an application which enables you to send all this information in advance to the border crossing point. Once you arrive, you will be directed to the fast track lane, and only fingerprints will be taken, and I mean the border guard will verify that it's really you who has been sending the data. So nothing really rocket science. We have seen similar solutions also elsewhere, but we are piloting this, and we hope that this will be a game changer in big travel hubs. I have to stress that it is a pilot. It is voluntary for European member states. It's also voluntary for travelers. And at the moment, we have rolled it out in Sweden in 5 Swedish airports. But we are also planning to do the same in Italy. We are working with Czech Republic, with Portugal, with Germany, with France, with Netherlands, so with a high number of EU countries where we hope that, I mean, in major hubs, this will be implemented in forthcoming years. So that's that. And to conclude, I mean, maybe just a short presentation how this all will look in practice and how this ETIAS application would work in next year, because we are planning to run out the ETIAS or roll out ETIAS in Q4 2026.
The rules of traveling to 30 European countries are changing. The European Union is introducing ETIAS, the European Travel Information and Authorization System, a new travel authorization which applies to visa-free travelers. This means that if you do not need a visa to enter Europe, you now must have an ETIAS to travel to any of these European countries. ETIAS is not a visa. Similar travel authorizations are required in countries like the US, Canada, and Australia. Applying for an ETIAS is simple and secure. You can do it online using the European Union's official website. All you need is a passport, a payment card, and an email address. You will also need to enter your basic personal information, answer a few questions, and submit your application. The fee is 20 euros. In most cases, the ETIAS will be granted within minutes, but to avoid problems while traveling, make sure you apply well before starting your journey. Once approved, your ETIAS will be valid for up to 3 years, and you can use it for multiple entries. Beware of scammers. There is only one official ETIAS website, europa.eu/ETIAS. Easy, fast, and secure.
So thank you very much and welcome to Europe.
スール空いた ST。それでは、続きまして、IOM、国際移住機関の方からプレゼンをお願いします。IOM からは移住の過程における健康情報について IOM が日本入国手続きに関連して行っている入国前結果スクリーニング、ジャパンプレエントリースクリーニング、この結核関係のスクリーニングについてご説明をお願いします。で、IOM お願いします。
Excellencies, distinguished delegates, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to start with the express our sincere appreciation for the Immigration Services Agency for the continuous strong partnership with IOM and inviting us to this very important forum. Today, my very brief presentation will focus on DX in the area of immigration and health information, particularly about a project we are implementing in partnership with the Japanese government. So many countries use pre-entry health information as part of immigration procedures for protecting the health of migrants and the receiving communities and the infection control purposes. Digital transformation enables governments to transfer confidential health information safely before travel, ensure the authenticity of health records, such as tuberculosis screening results, COVID-19 test results, and vaccination certificates. In other words, DX strengthens both public health and border management. I'm presenting one example of IOM's contribution to this. This is the project I mentioned earlier, JPET. The government of Japan has introduced this project, Japan Pre-Entry Tuberculosis Screening, and this requires a TB clearance certificate from foreign nationals entering from currently 3 designated countries who plan to stay mid to long term, and it became now mandatory for the immigration application. Upon request from Government of Japan, IOM has developed the JPET information management system called the GIMS, which digitally ensure the authenticity of each TB certificate. So let me explain how GIMS works and how different stakeholders are using it. For applicants, the system allows them to check their TB test status and download their TB clearance certificate digitally. And for medical facilities, the system ensures a standardized way to enter TB test results, generation of official TB clearance certificates. For the Ministry of Health, Labor and Welfare, JIMS provides quality control as well as monitoring and evaluation tools. For the Immigration Services Agency and embassies, JIMS allows them to digitally verify each TB clearance certificate using the certificate number or the QR code. So overall, JIMS contributes to minimizing fraud and human errors, safe and secure data storage, standardized medical information, synchronize information across institutions, and needs-based access control. So these elements all strengthen the authenticity of health certificates and improve efficiency across the entire immigration process. So this is the format of TB clearance certificate, which contains the system-generated certificate number and the QR code. By using them, immigration officer access the system and digitally verify the authenticity of the certificate. JIMS is also evolving to align with the global digital health standards. IOM is being onboarded into the WHO's GDHCN Trust Network. It's the Global Digital Health Certification Network. And it is aligned with the VDSNC, Visible Digital Seals for Non-Constrained Environment standard, developed by ICAO, the International Civil Aviation Organization. So this integration means certificates issues through the system can be verified globally, and verification can occur even without direct communication with the issuing system, and the system will be compatible with other digital health infrastructures worldwide. This marks a major step towards global interoperability and secure digital health mobility. That's the end of my brief presentation. Thank you very much.
IOM 立憲代表、ありがとうございました。続きまして、UNHCR 国連難民高等弁務官事務所からのプレゼンテーションです。UNHCR が実施している難民の旅行のためのプラットフォームであるデジタルゲートウェイやパキスタンにおいてアフガニスタン難民支援に使われたフェイシャルベリフィケーションについて説明をいただきます。それでは UNHCR 代表の方、お願いをいたします。
Thank you very much. And I would like to thank in particular the Ministry of Justice of Japan, as well as the Immigration Services Agency, for the invitation for UNHCR to participate in this immigration forum and to present some of our digital innovations. Now, as we've heard from all of you today, states are responsible for the registration of foreigners on their territory, including refugees and asylum seekers. But in certain circumstances, UNHCR assumes a more operational role for the registration of refugees and asylum seekers on behalf of governments where they request our support to do so. So today, UNHCR has a digital identity system that contains the biometric information of over 15 million refugees from 98 countries who have been biometrically enrolled. Some of 1.9 million of those records come from the Asia-Pacific region, where UNHCR conducts registration in 21 countries, and in an additional 5 countries, UNHCR conducts registration jointly with the host country. So in order to strengthen our administration of all of these records of individual refugees, UNHCR, like many of you, has a digital innovation strategy that aims to realize the rights of refugees to digital tools and protection, but also to strengthen the trust of member states in the documents that UNHCR issues, as well as to strengthen the integrity and the prevention of fraud in connection with the assistance that UNHCR provides. And so this is very important for us in order to demonstrate our effectiveness to both our donors and to member states. So in this regard, what I wanted to present to you today were a couple of initiatives. First, that improve the client experience, so the experience of refugees with regards to our registration processes. And then second, some security measures that strengthen information and data security, as well as support us to prevent fraud. So the first one that I will present is the digital gateway. So many of you who have seen a UNHCR operation in your countries where we have a more operational role may have seen large lines outside of a UNHCR office. Nothing like what our colleague from Malaysia presented, thank goodness. Those lines are larger than the ones that we have. But certainly I think for us, this digital gateway is a way that will support refugees to access services so they don't need to wait in long lines, but that will also support them to manage and to strengthen their ownership over their own data. So the digital gateway is a tool that is available either on a refugee's mobile phone or that they can access at a physical kiosk, similar to some of the kiosks that you have presented in your airports and at other entry points, that enables them to carry out a number of functions. So this includes things like starting the registration process, so entering some data on their own, but also updating data. So for example, when there is a new birth in the family, or if they move their address, or if they change their phone number, which refugees do quite often. It also enables refugees to make appointments, so they don't need to wait outside of our offices to make those appointments. But it also provides them with updates on where their case stands. So UNHCR conducts refugee status determination on behalf of governments in some 45 countries, and oftentimes refugees call our offices, our helplines, quite repeatedly to understand what is happening with their case, not only with regards to refugee status determination, but also with regards to resettlement and complementary pathways, so other legal means for refugees to travel. So this digital gateway will enable refugees to manage many of these processes on their own, and so I think will improve the client experience, the experience of refugees themselves, but also we hope to reduce lines and stressful situations outside of UNHCR country offices. So not all of these services are available at present in all locations. These are more aspirational, but we are working towards building and strengthening the digital gateway tool in order to provide this full range of services to refugees and asylum seekers. Here we have two examples of where in the Asia-Pacific region parts of the digital gateway have been rolled out. So in Indonesia, we have the mobile application with some of the services available. So now in Indonesia, refugees and asylum seekers can see the status of their case. They can update some of their biodata, including their telephone, and they can also request and make appointments so that they don't need to come to our office. This is important because, as colleagues from Indonesia will know, refugees are spread out, and so for them to come all the way to our office in Jakarta can sometimes be challenging. So to know and be able to communicate and have two-way communication with UNHCR means less traveling and less costly experiences for refugees. We also have rolled out the self-service kiosk in Malaysia just recently. And there, it is a physical kiosk, like many of you presented at your entry points, which enables refugees to renew their documents. So you see here a refugee who has been able to renew his document so that they don't need to wait in long lines to see a UNHCR staff member in order to do so. It also enables refugees to replace lost documents as well. So these are some of the digital innovations that are improving the experience of refugees and improving their capacity to manage their own data. I'd now like to move on to two of our efforts to strengthen or to improve our security features and that will help UNHCR to prevent fraud. I don't say will enable us to entirely prevent fraud, but will help us to prevent it and strengthen trust in UNHCR-issued identity documents and in how we provide assistance and to whom. So the first initiative that I'd like to present is something called Verify Plus. So this is a mobile application that is available on app stores that can be used by governments, but also by partners to verify the legitimacy of a UNHCR-issued identity document. So all UNHCR identity documents, whether they're issued by UNHCR alone or by UNHCR in partnership with a government, contain a QR code. And this enables using the app for the government official or for the UNHCR partner to be able to verify that this is indeed a document that was issued by UNHCR and therefore the validity of this document. So this tool is currently being used, for example, in countries like Indonesia and Malaysia, where the government is able to, when, for example, it is doing security checks, determine whether or not this is indeed a document that has been issued by UNHCR. Similarly, partners are able to use this tool to see whether or not this is indeed a refugee or an asylum seeker that has been registered by UNHCR in order to determine whether or not, for example, that person is eligible for assistance, whether it be food assistance or cash or other services, where registration with UNHCR is, for example, a criteria for receiving assistance. Similarly, one of the use cases could be, I suppose, in countries where, for example, there is interest in whether or not a person was previously registered with UNHCR and the individual presents you with a document, a government would be able to verify whether or not this document is indeed a real UNHCR document and therefore take that into consideration in assessing the person's international protection needs. The last digital innovation that I would like to present is our use of facial verification. Indeed, we are also trying to improve or to reduce fraud in people accessing assistance. And so indeed, in many situations now, we're able to, because we have taken photographs and biometric information from refugees as part of the registration process, when we are providing assistance, in particular monetary or cash assistance to refugees, we're able to use mobile phones and other applications to verify whether indeed this is the person that was registered with UNHCR and whether or not they're eligible for assistance. So one of the more recent examples of this use is indeed in the large-scale returns of Afghan refugees that we're seeing now from countries in our region. We are able to use facial recognition technology to determine whether or not the returning Afghan was someone who was registered with UNHCR and should therefore be eligible for cash assistance that supports them to reintegrate back into Afghanistan. So these are just a few of the tools that we are now using as well to try to improve the experience of refugees, but also, we hope, increase your trust in the issuance of UNHCR documentation and assurances that the support that you provide to UNHCR and to other partners to support refugees and asylum seekers is being used effectively, and that we are putting in place these measures to prevent fraud and to strengthen the integrity of our systems. Thank you very much.
UNHCR カレン・ホワイティングさん、説明ありがとうございました。ただいまをもちまして公開セッションを終了するのですが、メディアの関係者はすでに退出しておりますので、このままこの会議を続行いたします。